This is Chris Lee of Southeastern 14 with our FBS Power Rankings heading into Week 5. These are not our opinions. This is us taking 8 computer rankings we respect, averaging those, seeing what it spits out. And this week it spit out some pretty interesting stuff. I will be sharing my screen with everyone. So if you want to see where your team ranks, whether that is an SEC team or a team outside the SEC, we've got that all at southeastern14.com. So if you miss it as we're scrolling through it, you can go there and look. Okay, we had a change at the top this week. Last week, we had Georgia is the number one team, or I should say the composite had. This week, Alabama ascends to number one. Alabama number one in several of the rankings. FEI had the Crimson Tide as low as number 3. Georgia was still number one in a couple of polls. FEI, Pro Football Focus, both had the Bulldogs still as the number one team in the country, but more computers had Alabama higher. So Alabama has the top spot. And by the way, we are an SEC channel, but respect to the Big Ten. Look at the Big Ten this week. Ohio State at 2, Michigan at 4, Penn State at 5, Minnesota at 6. I don't think the human rankings have Penn State or Minnesota anywhere near that, especially Minnesota. So maybe the computers know something here. The computers seem to really love the Big Ten so far. Okay, next SEC team we get to is Tennessee at 10 overall. The Vols were 7 in team rankings. The low man on Tennessee, Jeff Sagarin, at 17. Ole Miss follows at number 11. SP Plus has the Rebels at 6. FEI is the low computer on Ole Miss at 13. And by the way, what you see in parentheses here is the high ranking, the low ranking, and the last one after the comma is a standard deviation. So you can see how opinions vary on these teams. Next one in the SEC. Now, this is a surprise. LSU comes in at 15 overall. Number 7 in Pro Football Focus's, FPI's computer, and Kenneth Massey, the low computer on the Tigers at 30. I think people have kind of forgotten about LSU since that opening night loss to Florida State, but the computers certainly seem to love the Tigers on the whole. Next SEC team is Kentucky at 19. The humans have liked Kentucky more than the computers so far. Pro Football Focus is the high ranker of the Wildcats at 7. ESPN's FPI, the low computer on the Wildcats at 30. So that's 6 SEC teams rounding out the top half. Mississippi State at 24th nationally. The SP Plus and team rankings had State at 17. Phil still has the Bulldogs at 34. His computer is the low ranker on the Bulldogs. Okay, quick shout out to our sponsor, Stakes. You can predict sports, build your track record, and earn digital trophies. Get your predictions on the record. You can pick anything in the game for free. See how you measure up against fans and influencers. You can flex your wins. You can broadcast your takes to our community of sports fans with just a few taps on your phone. You can earn credibility. You can build your public predictions track record by winning competitions, earning NFT trophies for making the perfect call. Go to Play with Stakes. That is STAKES.com/14. Use the invite code Southeastern14 for a double welcome bonus. It is all free, and it's a lot of fun, so join us there. Okay, we pick up with our SEC teams. Texas A&M at number 28. The high ranker of the Aggies was Jeff Sagarin at 21. Pro Football Focus and ESPN's FPI had the Aggies as low as 33. Arkansas at 29. The computers, to be honest, just have not loved the Razorbacks for the most part this season. Pro Football Focus has Arkansas at 10. FPI has the Razorbacks all the way down at 42, which seems awfully low. Next team is the Florida Gators. Florida number 34 in the high ranking, 54 in the low. Those are Jeff Sagarin and Phil Steele, respectively. Followed by Auburn. Auburn at 49 nationally. FEI still loves the Tigers, 34 overall. Phil Steele has Auburn at 65. Next team in our rankings, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Carolina 53 for the high, 60 for the low, so really almost no difference of opinion on Carolina. Then we go a little further down to Missouri, 55 and 81 are the high and low. FEI, I think, is the high computer on Missouri. Phil Steele at 81 is the low. And then there's a big jump to Vanderbilt. Commodores all the way down to 92 after losing 55-3 at Alabama. Let's see, I think Kenneth Massey is the high ranker on the Commodores. The SP Plus is the low standard deviation there of 10. You can see the rest of the teams. Again, you can get all this by going to our website. That is southeastern14.com. All the teams are there. Again, that's 8 computers. These are not our opinions. These are things we do every week. So come back next week. You can see our rankings of the 131 FBS teams according to the computers we use. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our videos. And we preview every SEC game every week. Thanks to our sponsor, Steaks. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon at Southeastern 14.